Hello, I'm Dr. Anmol Virani. I'm a pediatric gastroenterologist. I look into children's stomach, liver and nutrition related problems. A very common problem these days is why is the child having so many stomach related problems? So the answer lies in looking at the last 24 hours of the day that the child is spending. So one look at the child and you will realize that children these days are not having breakfast. They leave from school early in the morning, they have a whole day at work and at school and followed by classes after school. So where is the time to eat? There is a common saying which goes as, have breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince and dinner like a pauper. But if you see what the child is following, it is exactly the opposite. Why is it important to have meals at the correct time? That is because it follows the normal metabolism of the body. So in the morning, the body is most conducive to digesting heavy meals. That is why if you have a heavy breakfast, it will sustain you through the day. And a dinner is supposed to be the lightest meal of the day. So it is not just about the timing of the meal, it is also about the content of the meal. So if you look at what the child is eating, the children these days today are eating a lot of junk food, a lot of processed foods which are high in fats, carbohydrates and which are very low in proteins. So if you see, they are not even having one fruit. Most children are not having any fruit in the day. So these things are what are causing so many stomach problems. What happens if you eat the wrong type of food? So when you eat too much of junk food and coupled with less physical activity, what it leads to is something called as obesity. So earlier obesity was a problem of adults, but today we are seeing children who are overweight, children who are having fatty livers, children who are having so much of obesity related other metabolic complications. So these things need to be addressed. So why do children develop fatty liver? That is because all the fats that you eat are metabolized by the liver. So the more junk food that you eat, the harder your liver has to work. So along with fatty liver, the other problem children face by eating junk food is gastritis, which is due to eating too many spicy foods, junk foods like samosas, vada pavs and pickles, papads. So this causes an inflammation of the stomach lining, which causes stomach ache and consistently low food intake. Another problem with eating spicy and junk food is that it causes inflammation of the stomach lining, which is called as gastritis. And gastritis is one of the most common causes for a stomach ache, which children have very commonly these days. So I would like to conclude that it is not just the timing, but also the content of the food which is very important. So please check what your child is eating, when your child is eating, and if there are too many complaints and the child is suffering for a long time, it is always better to see a specialist.